Hello students. Hello. So today we are going to start the chapter light of class 8 from physics. Okay. So while we talk about light, what actually comes in our mind? The tube light in your room, or your table lamp on your table, okay, or the bulb in your room, isn't it? Light. And obviously our sun, the energy, the sun we always remember when we talk about light. Now what is light actually? Now what happens in light? How we see the objects with the help of the light? We will study one by one in this chapter. So no wasting time, let's start. So now what is light? We will study that this is what it is, a form of energy. Okay, and also it gives us a sensation of the sight. Whatever we see, light should fall on it, then only we can see that object. Okay, so it gives the sensation of the sight. The sight we can see, we can sense the sight. Okay, we see things as it reflect from other sources. So two sources of light are there. One is luminous and another is the non-luminous. So what is luminous actually? The objects that produce light of their own, like sun, flame, light bulb. These are a luminous source of light. Sun is obviously, naturally the sun is a source of light, isn't it? Energy or light, anything you can say. Flame also gives us a light of its own. Light bulb also gives it on. If you connect it with your current, then obviously the bulb will give you the light. Okay, now what is non-luminous actually? Non-luminous sources are that which does not possess light of their own but receives the light from an external source and scatters its light. How? Like the moon takes energy from the sun, isn't it? A page of the book, if light falls on it, then only we can see the page, isn't it? And the table obviously. So these are the non-luminous source of light. Now light is an invisible energy which causes in us the sensation of the vision. So what is light? You can write this definition. So before we have studied about reflection, so here we will get a new term known as a refraction. Let's study. Refraction is what? When light travels in a straight line in air, which is a transparent medium. But if it falls on the surface of another transparent medium, it may be glass or water, then refraction happens. Now see here, the pencil is there, isn't it? The pencil is shown little bit bent. When you put a pencil or a pen, anything, or a scale, if you take it, you put in a glass of water, from the sideways you will see that the scale, from up you will see the scale is in the downward position, but from sideways if you see, you will see the scale will be little bit bending, or the pencil will be little bit bending. Why it happens? Okay, light travels always in straight line in air because it's totally transparent medium. But if another transparent medium we take, like a glass or water, what will happen there? Okay, what will be there? Refraction. How refraction? What is refraction? So we will study. See here, the pencil is actual position is in X. Okay, but by our sight we will see the pencil will be little bit higher than its bottom, that is in Y. We will see in Y. So there refraction happened. So what is refraction? By some examples we will see. And obviously what happens, what type of rays are there in the refraction of the light, we will study. Okay, so next slide in front of you, the refraction of light. Okay, so this refraction of light, here the incident ray, the ray which falls on the surface of separation of the two media to enter into either of the media is called the incident ray. Okay, so this incident ray, first light ray which comes and falls in the first media, okay, in the separation of two medium, it falls directly, means in air it will come and it will fall in another medium, then that is the incident ray. Here see AO, it is shown as the incident ray. Okay. Next, refracted ray. The ray that refraction enters into the second medium is called the refracted ray. Now, which is the refracted ray? See there, OB. See, it is not in a straight line. It is little bit bent towards the normal. The normal is what? A normal is an imaginary straight line perpendicular to the refracted surface. See, normal is imaginary straight line. Just we have to assume it, so that we will know that which side it is bent, where the refracted ray is bent away from the normal or near the normal. To determine that, we are just taking an imaginary line, and O and dash is the normal here. Angle of incidence is which one? The angle between the incident ray and the normal at the point of incidence. At that point of incidence. See the definition there. The angle between the incident ray and the normal at the point of incidence is called the angle of incidence, and it is represented by normally angle I. Here angle AON is the angle of incidence. Angle of refraction is what? The angle between the refracted ray and the normal at the point of incidence is called the angle of refraction. So angle BON dash is the angle of the refraction. Okay, students. So these 5 terms with the diagram, it is compulsory for you all to study this one, because it will, if we have to explain the refraction of light and the terms related to it, so we have to write these 5 definitions with the proper labeling of the diagram also should be needed. Okay, student, this is very important. Please note down in your copy with all the terms and the diagram. This is important as a note. You can just write it in a copy. Okay. So now we will go to the actually what happens in the glass slab. We'll see that. So refraction through a parallel sided glass slab. First we have done the refraction, we have seen there. Okay. But now we will see a parallel sized glass slab. When the incident ray will fall, it will pass away from the normal or near the normal. How the ray will pass, and again what will happen to that ray, we will see that. Okay. So now in front of you is this. See the glass slab. Okay, glass slab is there. Thickness is given. So glass slab name is what? PQRS. Okay. Now the incident ray, what is there? AE. AE and 1, you can say this is angle I. Okay, incident ray has fallen. Now as there is refraction, we have understood that there is refraction, not reflection. It will not back, it will pass through it, because it is another media, and that is a transparent medium. So as it will pass through it, the refracted ray will be near the normal, N2. Near N2 it will pass through, and again as it is transparent, it will pass through that glass slab also again to the air medium. Means from air the ray came, it is refracted on the glass. Now from the glass, the same ray of the light will again, it will be back. It will go out. Okay. So that refracted ray, when it touches the previous medium, air medium, as it will pass through it, that ray is known as the emergent ray. EMERGENT, emergent ray. Okay, and that is the angle E. N2 dash, I think you can see, N2 dash FD, that is the emergent ray. FD is the emergent ray. Now if we try to do what, back of the line, means the incident ray, if you take it back, we will see there is a displacement there. The position is changed. Okay, from incident ray to the emergent ray, the position is changed. That is a lateral displacement. How much distance the rays were differ from them, means incident ray and the emergent ray. Okay, so this is a refraction through the parallel sided glass slab. So next we will go to the laws of refraction. So what is the refraction? Okay, by this, what we can say, what is refraction actually? We can say that the bending of the light ray when it travels from one transparent media to another. The bending of the light ray when it travels from one transparent media to another, that is the refraction of light. Now, laws of reflection is what? The incident ray, refraction ray, and the normal all lie in the same plane. The incident ray, the first ray, okay? Then the refraction ray, those near the normal, it is band near the normal, and the normal at the point of incidence. Which incidence point? That the incident ray and it is get separated, no? So that is the point of incidence. So in the diagram we can see points of incidence is E, okay? So all lie on the same plane. Now the ratio of the second law is what? The ratio of the sine of angle of incidence, means sine I, to the sine of angle of refraction, means sine R, is constant, and that constant is nothing but mu. It is said mu, okay, like a U shape. It is a Greek letter, okay, and this is given by, this second law is also known as the Snell's law. Snell was a physicist known as physicist Snell. So he has given this law, this second law. So here the mu is known as the refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. So here this is, mu is known as refractive index. Always remember, when we have to find out the refractive index, it will be always from second medium with respect to the first medium, okay? Now for example, this given here, see, if the light ray travels from air to glass, then the constant will be A mu G, okay? Sine I by sine R is a refractive of the glass with respect to the air. Means second medium will be always in the below, but refractive index of the glass, it will be taken out of the glass with respect to the air, okay? So these are the laws of refraction. Now slowly we will, as we have got the idea of the refractive index, let's see the refractive index now. Refractive index of a medium gives an indication of the light bending ability of that medium, how much the medium is able to bend the light. That is a refractive index. So it is like a, it is known as mu, mu. So U, like a U shape, okay? The lower portion is a little bit greater than the upper portion, so it is mu. It is not U, don't write U, okay? It is mu. The bending of light depends on the ratio of the speed of the light in the two media. The extent to which bending of light takes place is expressed in terms of refractive index of one medium with respect to the other medium. And thus, what happens? The ratio of the speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in a medium is called the refractive index of that medium. So, refractive index of a medium mu is equal to how we will take out the speed? Speed of light in vacuum, means in air, divided by speed of light in that medium. So, there will be the refractive index, and there is no SI unit of the refractive index. It is a constant, okay? So, till here, I am just stopping, and rest chapter, there will be a part 2 and part 3 of this chapter. So till then, stay good and stay safe. Thank you. Bye-bye.